Naruto was never the underdog, and somehow, almost all of us believed he was. Seriously. If you ask anime fans to name the greatest underdog in anime history, Naruto is probably the first answer you'll hear. The lonely kid, the outcast, the failure, the guy who started with nothing and fought his way to the top. But here's the thing, the more I rewatch Naruto, the less that story makes sense. Because once you actually look at the facts, Naruto was never starting from nothing. In fact, he might have been one of the most gifted characters in the entire series. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's start at the beginning. Naruto is introduced as a complete loser. Nobody respects him. Nobody takes him seriously. He fails at the academy. Like, bro, couldn't even make a basic clone. That's genuinely impressive in the worst possible way. So naturally, we root for him. We want him to succeed. And because Naruto is treated badly, we automatically assume he's an underdog. But being treated badly and being an underdog aren't necessarily the same thing. Because while Naruto looked like a nobody, he was secretly the son of Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, one of the strongest ninja to ever exist. And if that wasn't enough, he also had Kurama sealed inside him, the strongest tailed beast. So before Naruto even becomes a genin, he already has advantages most ninja could only dream of, and that's where the underdog narrative starts to crack. Because the moment Naruto gets pushed, his potential explodes. Go back to episode 1. This guy goes from failing the academy to creating hundreds of shadow clones. Hundreds, and not 5, not 10, hundreds. And then he defeats Mizuki. That's not a slow rise to greatness. That's a massive jump. And once you notice that, you start seeing it everywhere. Take the fight against Haku. Naruto is losing badly. He's slower, less skilled, less experienced. The fight is basically over. Then Kurama's chakra activates, and suddenly everything changes. The entire battle flips. Naruto doesn't win because he suddenly became more skilled. He wins because he has access to a power nobody else has. And then we get one of the most famous fights in the entire series, Naruto versus Neji. People constantly point to this fight as proof that hard work beats talent. But does it? Let's think about it. Neji is more experienced, more disciplined, more technically skilled, and Naruto wins by tapping into the Nine Tails, a source of power Neji could never have. So is that really hard work beating talent, or is that talent beating talent? Because once you ask that question, the entire message starts looking different. And here's where things get even weirder. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a pattern. Every time Naruto gets pushed to the edge, something is there to save him. Kurama, a new transformation, a power-up, perfect timing every single time. Now, before Naruto fans start preparing a 17-page essay in the comments, let me be fair, Naruto absolutely worked hard, and nobody is denying that. The guy trained constantly. He learned the Rasengan. He mastered Sage Mode. He spent years learning to control Kurama. Naruto earned a lot of his strength, but that's not the question. The question isn't, did Naruto work hard? The question is, was Naruto an underdog? Because those are completely different things. Working hard doesn't automatically make someone an underdog. And if you want to see what a real underdog looks like, look at Rock Lee. No tailed beast, no special bloodline, no prophecy, no reincarnation, no secret god powers waiting to unlock, nothing. The guy couldn't even use ninjutsu. Think about how ridiculous that is. In a world where people are breathing fire, summoning giant creatures, and copying techniques with their eyes, Lee is basically playing the game with half the controls missing, and yet he still becomes one of the strongest young ninja in the village. When Lee gets stronger, it's because he trained. When Lee fights Gaara, there's no ancient prophecy helping him, like no fox chakra helping him, no legendary bloodline helping him, just effort, pure effort. If anyone deserves the title of underdog, it's probably Rock Lee. And then there's Sasuke. For most of the story, Sasuke feels like the talented rival, the genius, the prodigy, while Naruto feels like the guy desperately trying to catch up. That's what makes their rivalry so compelling. Or at least, that's what we thought. Because later we learned something crazy. Sasuke is the reincarnation of Indra. Naruto is the reincarnation of Asura. The two biggest rivals in the entire series were literally destined to be rivals. Think about how insane that is. One of anime's most iconic rivalries wasn't random. It wasn't accidental. It was fate. At that point, Naruto isn't overcoming destiny. He's participating in it. And this is where the underdog argument completely falls apart. Because once destiny enters the equation, everything changes. Naruto isn't just some random kid fighting against impossible odds. He's one of the most important people in the entire history of the shinobi world. And then the story goes even further. Naruto is personally trained by Kakashi, then Jiraiya, two absolute legends. Like, bro didn't just get a mentor, he got the premium subscription package. Most ninja are lucky if they get one great teacher. Naruto gets some of the best mentors alive. And once again, that's not exactly underdog territory. But here's the moment that completely changes everything: the Asura reveal. Because after that point, Naruto's journey stops looking like a story about hard work and starts looking like a story about destiny. Think about all his biggest achievements: Sage Mode, befriending Kurama, 6 paths, Sage Mode, saving the world, becoming Hokage. None of these moments happen in isolation. They're all connected to who Naruto is, his bloodline, his destiny, and his role in the story. Everything points in the same direction. Everything. And here's the craziest part. Most fans still call Naruto an underdog, even after all of this. Why? Because emotionally, he feels like one. Naruto was lonely, rejected, ignored, bullied. He grew up without parents, without friends, without anyone believing in him. And that's real. Those struggles matter. They're a huge part of why people connect with him. But emotional struggle isn't the same thing as lacking potential. Naruto absolutely struggled emotionally, but power-wise, potential-wise, destiny-wise, he was never an underdog, not even close. And honestly, I think that's what Naruto's story is really about. Not hard work beating talent, not an underdog rising to the top, but someone born with incredible gifts choosing what to do with them. Because let's be honest, Naruto could have become bitter, angry, just like Obito, just like Pain. Instead, he chose a different path. Maybe that's what made him special all along. Not the fact that he had power, but the choices he made with it. And that's why I think we got Naruto completely wrong. Naruto isn't the story of an underdog. He's the story of a chosen one. A chosen one who still had to suffer and still had to grow, still had to make difficult choices, but a chosen one nonetheless. So was Naruto ever really the underdog, or was he the plan from the very beginning? And we just believed the story we were told? If you enjoyed this theory and want more anime theories, what ifs, and alternate timelines, make sure to subscribe. And let me know which anime theory we should tackle next.